Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. And for today's episodes, we are covering Toyota's newest vehicles. So I'd like to thank everyone here at Toyota Motor Philippines here at Alabang Town Center. And first off, we have here their smallest EV in the lineup. This is the Toyota Urban Cruiser EV and it comes only in one variant. So this one stands at 2,135,000 pesos. And literally, this is my first time up close and personal with this vehicle, and I would say I love the looks of this. And the entire front chassis of this kind of reminds me that what you have in the Toyota Crown or the Prius, if not mistaken. Then you have a ground clearance of 180 millimeters, and these are running on 225, 55, and 18 series tires and wheels respectively. And what's interesting now with this Urban Cruiser EV, pairing this, you have a 61 kilowatt-hour battery that produces 174 horsepower and 193 Newton meters of torque. And of course, being an EV, you only have a single-speed transmission and you have a total range of 475 kilometers. Now, for the rear of this Urban Cruiser, apologies, I hope you can hear me since this is an event. Again, like the one in front, I love the rear design of this. Kind of looks a little bit like a Euro crossover in my eyes. Then once you open up the boot of this, it's very similar like with the other Toyota models because, oh no, it's locked. Anyway, the total boot space that you get here is at 310 liters. Then once you fold all of the seats down, it extends to 800 liters. So now here in the interior of this Urban Cruiser EV, now this one's a little bit more different now than usual since this is Toyota's answer to their new energy vehicles that are available today. And I would say it looks pretty premium for what this is. Then you have tilt and telescopic for the steering wheel. It's a square type as well. Then you get numerous buttons here for your Toyota safety sense stuff and for your phone connectivity stuff as well. Then we have here a pair of screens. One is a 10.25-inch TFT display with all of your important stuff like for the range, power, so on. And I like the design. Same here too with your 10.1-inch infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. And two, you have a very clear 360-degree camera. Then buttons here below the infotainment system, you get an array here. And I like this one too since these are all still physical. Then you get a wireless charging pad here up at front. Then in the center, a lot cleaner now than usual. We get two cup holders, your drive selector, and you have a one pedal driving mode button, which we'll try later on. Then here in the door card, probably the most premium Toyota in this price point. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yes, this part may be plastic along with the brown trims, which it makes up for. It's a squeegee material, and same here too for your soft pads for your elbow. Then you have somewhat a huggable center console box, which reveals a lot of storage, a 12-volt socket, and one of each Type A and Type C USB ports. Then center console box, pretty decent amount of space. Then the seats is a highlight here too because this is a mix of synthetic leather and fabric materials, and it gives a nice soothing experience for your back because you get again fabric for the back, then leather soft pads for the bolstering itself. So there's a nice combination at least. Then LED lights up here, and two, you get now a sunroof only here for the front seats, but hey, at least there still is. And visor, vanity mirror only. Then don't extend, but hey, at least covers my face. Correction, this is not a sunroof, this is actually a moonroof. Now, what the heck happened here? So, I don't usually talk about the exterior door handles of vehicles, but I'm willing to give this Urban Cruiser an exception. I like the front ones, of course, they're regular, but for the rear doors, the handles are located at the C-pillar itself, which is pretty unique. The door card, pretty much the same like the ones in front, but apart there's no brown materials anymore. But for a small crossover like this, look at that. This is really, really spacious. Even though you have a moonroof, then there's a lump here for taller occupants. Yeah, it is pretty much very spacious in here. And the seating setup is pretty much similar, of synthetic leather plus fabric. Then if you fold the center, it reveals two cup holders. Then if I sit here in the middle, since this being an EV, there's no transmission tunnel whatsoever. You only get one map packet here on the right side. And in the middle, you have two Type-C USB ports. So first drive now in this Toyota Urban Cruiser. So it's a bit surreal now. We're driving a fully electric Toyota vehicle. And I would say Toyota have done a good job already because in terms of the quality, because, oh, if you say Toyota, it will do the voice command thingy. Anyway, so cancel. In terms of quality as an EV, it's quiet first off the bat only. And I just realized too with the steering wheel of this, I forgot to mention earlier, it's a two-spoke design. And few more snippets here, we did finally try the wireless Apple CarPlay. And there's some other CarPlays that you can do. And we have here at least 3 driving modes. We have Eco, Normal, and Sport. Well, Normal says, it doesn't say anything actually, but hey, at least there's 3 options compared to the 2 of the BZ4X. So stay tuned to that video. And the rest here is pretty good. I love the air conditioning system. It's pretty cold. Then other stuff here, you can see your kilowatt hour battery management stuff and all that. Oh yeah, and 2, a panoramic moonroof for the front row passengers. Only being a smaller crossover than that of the BZ4X. This one I think is just a little bit more playful than usual. And the steering now, everything is light, including this one. But of course, just coming from the BZ4X, doesn't have the heft anymore. But of course, if this is going to be your first Toyota electric vehicle, it's pretty much easy to drive. So we're here now just in eco mode. So let's try sport mode. So remember we have 174 horsepower and 193 Newton meters on the tax. Even though we are in a sport mode, the power delivery is a little bit more tame. So here, eco mode, a little bit more daily, but I like how the power delivery is done with this urban cruiser. Hence the name itself gives you a nice cruise, even though you're just driving here around in tight city spaces. And yeah, I would say it's not in-your-face kind of EV performance, but if you plan to overtake like as such, yeah, it does a good job with it. So let's try now another mode. So we have here now normal. Well, it says here off, but that's still kind of like unofficial normal mode. I think this will be the best driving mode, whether in the city or at highway driving. And for the ride itself, being an EV, you can feel some, again, firmness with the suspension, which is typical. So here's a bump test. Yep, that hooks up really well with all the bumps here. Even you have a shorter wheelbase than usual, only comparing to that of the BZ4X. Yeah, the ride of this is very supple, and I like it. Another thing I have to comment with this urban cruiser, despite being a smaller than usual crossover, the NVH here is top-notch. Like, not much noise going here into the cabin, not much tire noise as well. And literally, there's loud jeeps and motorcycles around us at the moment, and I don't hear a thing. That's a nice thing with this urban cruiser. And 2, with the other stuff, you have all the basic necessities like reverse camera and some Toyota safety sense stuff, which is alright too. Again, I'd like to thank everyone here at Toyota Motor Philippines for the EV event here with this urban cruiser RAV4 and the BZ4X, and to everyone involved in the shoot. Oh, by the way, we are fully loaded here, 5 people at the back, and it's pretty spacious despite being a very small crossover. So, hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more Toyota reviews coming right up. Bye-bye.
Come on. Yeah.